Alright, Fish Nation. We're out here on Cooley. Y'all see me rig up. We got the buzz bait. I've already been casting a little bit. Had no luck yet. There was a bunch of lawnmowers going and all that good stuff. Nobody wants to hear that. But we're out here. I'm gonna try and cover some water with the buzz bait while we still have a little bit of good light for it. Once we lose that light, I might end up switching up tactics, try something else, maybe recover water we've already covered. Who knows? Got my buddy P-Ball, met him from Fish Brain. He's y'all may have seen him in some of my live chats. He's PB Smoke Shack. He's over there. He's over there, but we're gonna hit Cooley apart, see if we can't catch something. Who knows? If we do, we will be sure to show you guys and get back to it. Other than that, don't know what else to tell you. Other than hit that like button. Help us get some good luck with that like button. It's a little shallow right here. I think I'm gonna move around the corner. So we're still out here. I've now switched over to a shaky head. I've thrown the lipless crankbait some. I'm probably gonna switch that up to a square bill here soon. Alright, I thought I had a fish. Switched over to a shaky head, but P-Ball is definitely throwing the square bill, I'm pretty sure, so I don't know, I may leave that up to him, and I may switch over to something else, just so we can really sit here and try and figure these fish out, because it's not looking so good for us right now. We've been out here fishing away, trying to catch them, but nothing yet. Hadn't seen anybody else catch anything either, so I don't think we are alone in these difficulties. Like I was saying earlier, we've had a bunch of rain, so I haven't given up on this shallow bite yet. I also know nothing about Cooley, so if we were to switch over to the deep bite, I would have no idea where to even start. So that's the other problem. Tell you one thing, if we don't get bit soon, I'm gonna say skip docks. It's like, okay, they're not on anything else. Let's go skip the docks. Which is so hard to do in a kayak.
I've never done that.
Skipped?
Yeah.
I've just like, in the past probably 3 months have started skipping.
Do you learn on a spinning rod or a bait cast?
Before that was the only thing I could do it on was a spinning rod. But out there with Captain Clueless fishing his pond, he was pissing me off because he's Mr. No experience whatsoever. And he's sitting there skipping shit all the way to the back of the dock. And I'm like, oh hell no. I'm like, we're gonna solve this right now. So I kind of just like started paying a little attention, and the biggest thing I found is you want like that much.
Yeah.
Like normally you only have like 2 foot of line out, a foot of line out. You want like the more line the better, and you kind of just like whip it.
Okay.
With the kayak, it's not as easy, but when you're up above it, like if you were standing in that, you could do it pretty easy. But it's more like a whip action, like you're more kind of trying to whip it under there. All right, we're changing up again. We're going with the I'm gonna throw this bandito bug on the shaky head. But this is a cool color I haven't tried before. It's called Summer Craw. It has a cool little like fluorescent or chartreuse mixed in with like some green pumpkin. So I'm gonna try that. We're gonna flatten this head. Take the scissors, snip that, flatten it up so it'll screw on my shaky head well. And there we go, we'll try that. So now this guy will kind of start dancing up and flicking those claws up in the air. See if that works, because at this point, guys, I don't know what's gonna work. I can't even see it. Oh, it's got some pretty color to it. It's got some interesting color and swim, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, guys, I have been putting in the work. Let me tell you what. I've covered, I mean, a good chunk of bank line. Haven't even gotten bit. Haven't even gotten a bite, so not looking promising. Gotta make sure we're still recording. But now I'm going what I want water-wise too, in the fact that right here I'm already deeper than the depth of the paddle. So we're in a good probably at least over 8 foot of water just right here where I am. Right this close to the bank in 8 foot of water. This is more what we want. I should have worked my way here a little quicker. But I'm liking this bank line a little bit better. We've gotten some grass. In general, we've got a much better depth drop. Oh my gosh, that felt like a fish too. But in general, we're gonna have a much better depth drop here. Like we're getting in the deep very quickly. But it's 10:30 now, so a little bit of cloud cover moving in. It's 10:30. Maybe that'll help us. Who knows? I've started seeing some action again, and I've got the better banks that I'm liking, like I was saying. So at least I'm starting to see some fish. Because I haven't seen anything at all day. But we still got the bleeding buzzbait. I haven't decided if I want to change this to a popper yet or not, just because I can cover so much water with the buzzbait, and I have no idea anything about this place. So that's the main reason why we still have this on. We then have the Mike Buka baby bull shad. I'm gonna try this guy out. Maybe something will eat this. Which this will be my first time throwing this. Captain Clueless gave it to me because he disliked it so much. But I got a line through lipless crankbait to give him in exchange. And then we've switched all the way over to a weighted slim shake worm, because that's where we're at. I have no idea what to throw, where to throw it, when to throw it. I'm completely at a loss, guys. All right, we're on another change. I have now tried on a spinner bait. See if anybody wants that with this overcast and this wind picking up. Kind of just felt a little spinner baiterish to me, so I pulled that out. Let's see if we can get one on that, because man, let me tell you what, it has been tough conditions today. Oh my gosh. Dude. Finally. Oh, finally, y'all. Finally, he's a little guy, but man, we finally got one. I'm on these steeper banks. I'm right under the tree. Boom, he finally hit. I had a feeling just when I finally figured it out, and it's these super steep banks on the worm, so we might have finally started figuring something out. He's a little guy, but he's something. He's something. I mean, boom, he was on it like the second it hit the water. And while I was talking to y'all, we drifted down the bank a little bit, so we're gonna work our way back up here a little bit. Y'all don't know, I've been out here for about 5 hours now. 5 hours now to get that first fish. I don't know how many baits. Alright guys, so it's been a rough day. We've been grinding away. It's actually the middle of the day, but I figure I'll just go ahead and do my outro now because I don't know if I'm going to end up catching any more fish. And while I'm here and while I'm thinking about it and have an idea of what I want to make this video about, I figured I would do the outro. But basically, it's my second time fishing Cooley. First ever time really putting the time in on Cooley at one time. And it's been tough, man. So it's just, like I said, I'm no pro, I'm no master. And think about it, even the pros pre-fish for a tournament. So you gotta get out there and fish a new body of water if you wanna learn how to fish a new body of water. And that's just what we've been doing. Like y'all saw earlier, it was as many just water covering baits as I could throw. We were throwing spinner baits, buzz baits, crank baits, lipless crankbaits, just all of that good stuff, covering that water. I started to figure out a little bit of a pattern in that I found a bunch of the steep banks, like you can see in front of me. They're super high. They do the same thing in the water, which I like in general because fish can move up them, feed, and move back down them real quick. So I like those banks for that reason. But I don't think we're gonna catch any more fish. It's just not, it's been a tough day. There's a little bit of a front moving in, and I think that front has kind of shut these fish down. But I've already learned a cove. I like this cove. I like everything about this cove, and I caught a fish in this cove. So I know next time I come here, I can come here right off the bat and automatically pretty much be, oh, I think I just had a follower. Pretty much be guaranteed a fish right off the bat kind of thing, and not have to be covering as much unknowable water because I've been out here fishing a little bit and I started to know that thing. So don't be discouraged. Get out there, fish new bodies of water, guys. You may have to fish them multiple times before you start to really figure them out and be able to catch fish out there. But just don't get discouraged. It's the best advice I can give y'all. Life's a story. Get out there and live it. Hopefully I can catch a couple more fish for y'all for this video. But if I don't, here's a quick little one with one fish catchy and some tips on how to work new bodies of water. Just get out there, move some baits around, really judge the fish or judge them. But I can promise you, if you're off of a main body of water, like not too far into a back cove with steep banks and some structure, you're pretty much guaranteed to find fish there. I don't care where you are, you're pretty much guaranteed to catch fish there. So just use those kind of tips for in mind next time when you're starting to pick a body of water apart. Peace, life's a story, get out there and live it.